All right, folks, welcome to another edition of Young Justice Review. This time, we're doing Season 1, Episode 15, Humanity. I'm with Rich. Rich, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just want to review this episode.
You wanna
Can't wait.
review it?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I do too. So, to give you guys the skinny on the episode as a whole, Red Tornado has not been in the episodes in a little bit. It's been a while,
A
but
few weeks.
yeah, right.
This time.
It's been a little bit, and he finally came back. Come to find out, Tio Morrow is a robot, or at least he has made a robot version of himself so that this way he can continue. Because ultimately, we find out that he's sick. It's more than just the boo boo, folks. It's a dying boo boo. And he's probably mentally sick because he created robots to try to kill humanity.
Instead of doing what any normal man should do and build robots to sleep with.
Right. Okay, I'll accept that. We come to find out that he is on his death and he has created a robot version of himself to continue this red robot army, kind of like the Red Ribbon Army, funny enough. All in one sort of look, which is that Red Tornado look. We do get reintroduced to Red Tomato and Red Onion, which is great, so call back to them. We get a flashback with them too, which is really nice. It kind of goes into how Tio Morrow, his mindset, and what he did to try to create something to try to rule the world, but they were all flawed and incomplete. So this episode is about creating Red Volcano, which is Red Tornado, Red Onion, and Red Tomato's baby brother, according to his words. And he was supposed to take over the world, create a whole army with his brothers and his sister, stuff like that. Our heroes, with the introduction of Zatanna, which is great, and we'll get more into that, they kidnap her, quote unquote, and they go to find Red Tornado. And eventually they get into a fight. Kind of a hastened fight, a little too fast, this fight at the end. But eventually our heroes stop the villain. Red Tornado almost sacrifices himself, but he doesn't. And we find out he isn't the mole. One thing is solved and another thing has more questions and isn't solved. So that's basically episode 15, Humanity. Rich, tell me thine thoughts about this episode.
Well, I thought it was nice. It picked up after the last episode, after the fight with the Injustice Gang. Wally has like a broken arm, which I thought was kind of interesting because he doesn't have speed healing unless he's a little fake in it, which I kind of don't think he is. I think he's milking it, but I don't think he's actually faking it. We have a funny scene with Captain Marvel with all the wisdom and power of the Roman Greek gods waiting on him hand and foot like a little lapdog.
He's got the wisdom of Solomon. So Solomon would be the Israeli king.
But instead, he's acting like Alfred.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh, not as snippy though.
He is,
Alfred in his younger days.
He is like a 8-year-old boy at the end of the day.
88 or 10.
Your guess would be as good as mine.
And I guess to him, hanging out with like a kid, like a teenager, is kind of cool.
Yeah, this would be some cool stuff, man. Superheroes, sidekick superheroes. You know, they go on missions. That's cool. They have stealth suits.
Or just being teenagers, man.
You know, and varying ages too.
Also, I thought it was kind of cool that Robin we finally see Robin like get a crush on a girl.
He saw that yummy. He went, what's this magical powers girl? Talk to me.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that I know we were introduced as Zatara, her father, John Zatara, or Giuseppe Zatara, so rather sorry.
Giovanni.
Why do I keep... I am sorry to all the Italians. But what I thought was kind of like unique in this is that Zatanna, however you pronounce the name, is like their age, like close to their age. In that comics, I could have sworn she's more like Bruce Wayne's age.
Oh wow!
And yeah, and even if you watch the Batman the animated series and the Justice League Unlimited, she is an equal to Batman.
Right.
Because in the comics, her father. And in the animated show, they even said it. In the animated show, like not the Justice League Unlimited, but Batman the animated series, she's kind of toned down. She's more like just uses tricks. Like her father actually taught Batman like a lot of escape tricks.
If you want to see a good Zatanna character, Justice League Dark would probably be a good option.
Oh yeah,
that deals a lot with the mystical, magical sort of world, and her and John Constantine kind of take the forefront in that movie.
And he was in. Were they both in? I know he was. He was also in Justice League Dark Apocalypse.
I remember more Dark than Apocalypse. I didn't really like Apocalypse though.
Really?
Yeah.
So the episode was pretty cool. I liked the fight. I like that we got some kind of real science. It was a pretty good episode. A little dragged on a little bit for my taste. I'm not the fight, but just the episode.
Yeah, I liked the episode overall. I think the ending fight was a little kind of quick. Too much kind of happened too fast. The brother and sister, Tomato and Onion, turning and going to the good side almost right away made it seem as if the writers were kind of just like, okay, well, we need to kind of speed this up. Maybe we're a little bit more ahead than we thought, and we got to get this down to roughly 22 minutes. That was my first thing.
I kind of don't agree with that. I disagree because
Oh my
they give
goodness.
what?
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, I don't want to have. Okay, I thought we were gonna have like a war.
A
But
Justice
my
League
thing
war?
is, I don't think it was done because they were really just reprogrammed. Red Tornado was able to get through to them because we get a backstory, and I think from the backstory they defected just like Red Tornado.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
they
the writing
were
was
hero.
on the wall, sure.
They were a hero. I mean, they were meant to try to infiltrate the Justice Society, which also, by the way, nice flashback of a young Jay Garrick. You got to see Alan Scott, Green Lantern,
And Dr. Fate
and
was there too. I
Dr.
thought that was pretty
Fate.
cool. It kind of reminded
Yes.
me of the Watchmen beginning in the movie, how you have them together and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the tone, like the color, was like kind of like a black and white sort of thing.
Yeah.
The flashback, which is pretty nice, and the Tio Moro robot is kind of narrating this about how they went, and it's kind of cool. They got like human. They actually used to have human looking skin because they were supposed to infiltrate. But Red Tornado was created to know he was a robot, but he still defected.
I think the guy that does the voice of Red Tornado also did Tio Moro in this episode, and maybe even Red Volcano.
Yeah, it's possible.
They
Very
sounded
possible.
alike.
He's an egomaniac. He would give the robots a voice that sounds like his.
Right. I enjoyed seeing Robin, not flustered, but his attraction. You could see his type, which I thought was pretty cool. And he hit on Miss Martian a little bit, but it wasn't anything crazy. This time he really got in front.
All
So
over himself.
he saw it and he liked it, which was pretty cool. You know, it gives him a little bit more character now.
I'm still hoping that he and the redhead we saw, which definitely was Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping they get together, but maybe it's too early.
The one part that kind of confused me when Red Tornado drew the play dead in the sand or in the ground. I'm not sure how exactly Miss Martian was able to see that. I'm not sure exactly how she was able to see that because he makes his whirlwinds and then she says something and then she automatically establishes a psychic link and says you got the message. But then we find out after. Although I was just trying to figure out how that message would have came across at that moment. That was another like little thing.
The only thing I thought was kind of, she's a Martian, so she's superhuman. I like that one quote when was the Red Tornado fighting? He said humans, and at the same time, Superboy and Miss Martian were like, "We're not humans."
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Also,
Um,
it gives a bit more depth, if you will, to Red Tornado, the robot character. Kind of similar to Data in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
or Vision in Marvel.
Sure, you get a sense of a robot being around humanity. We get his
The
objective.
Pinocchio problem.
Sure, yeah.
That's what he calls it.
We get his objective a little bit in regards to why he wanted to be the den mother. He felt that being around the kids would give him a stronger, a probably more
Link.
deeper idea,
Understanding. Yeah.
probably a more deeper idea of what it means to maybe care, be a human, and how emotions are processed because how he was created gives him the ability to adapt and adjust and to understand as well, which I think is
Yeah.
pretty cool. Our heroes get to kind of get that out of them in the last episode, in the last scene of the episode. So we do get that, and that's a nice little thing that I think the show provides, because at the end of the day, it is about morals somehow, some way. I did notice a little thing when it came to what Robin said. He said, "Good luck getting emotions from Bruce." He knows from experience. Good luck getting emotions from him, So little things that you can kind of pick up. I did also like how Aqualad, you can tell that he's a leader and they all work together as a team. However, Aqualad is the leader, and you kind of look towards Aqualad There's one part where they talk about Red Tornado and basically giving him a second chance because you don't know exact. This is prior to
You know what's going on,
them
yeah.
finding out that he's not the mole. He doesn't really put Connor in his place, but he tells him, "Listen, we should be able to give him a chance despite what happened and things along that nature."
I did like the how we didn't just see Red Tornado's humanity, we also saw some humanity from Superboy because Superboy ended up saving Red Tornado, even though he
Yeah,
was
he
the one I
does.
was most angry with.
He does. He does.
And also a recurrent theme, which is right in the beginning, which I thought was it's kind of funny how Robin he keeps up the secret identity. Like he introduces Tana to Wally, Calderon, Wally, Megan, Connor, Artemis, who doesn't have a secret identity anyway, really. I mean, name at least. But he introduced himself as Robin, not Dick. So that was it's funny the way they keep that up. Like he's like Batman's so paranoid, he's like that like overprotective parent. But yeah, no, it was a pretty good episode. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, interesting.
I like that we saw the real Tio Moro at the end and
Yeah,
how
robot ass. And then
yeah,
we
no, I
find
like
out
how
he's an old dude.
well, I mean, he would be because if you think about Justice Society was like created the 40s or something like that.
Yeah, sure. Golden Age maybe is what they call
You
it.
know, I mean, yeah, even Jay Garrick's old, but Jay Garrick, I guess, has some kind of speed to like slow down his aging.
Yeah, yeah.
Because except for really him, Tornado, and Fate, we don't actually see the other Justice Society members.
That's
At least
right.
not yet. What about you? What's your review?
Overall, I would give this episode an 8.
Okay.
I found interesting that Zatara basically just walked right into the cave, gave authorization to Zatanna, didn't even say anything until afterwards. So, like a G walks, oddly enough, coincidentally, because his name is Giovanni. Walked into the cave, bang, 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 authorization. I found out also Zatara's authorization is 1-1, which is pretty cool. We
Oh,
also
really?
we also got to see, I think, our first person being like it's, or at least it's been a while since someone's been authorized. So we got to see Zatanna be authorized, and then the voiceover actress, in this case the computer, for the show, authorizing someone. Zatanna's a great character. I love the episode in Batman the Animated Series, and I also like Justice League Dark. So it's good to see this character, and they aged her down so this way she can fit with the sidekicks, with our heroes. Also, the mole situation. It's now gotten a little bit deeper. We're pulling Red Tornado out of this. I may not necessarily be pulling Artemis out of this still because she did react to that Sportsmaster thing that Calder said. But here's the thing also, this episode talks about red stuff and we're finding out a mole. I'm not sure where they're going to take us next when it comes to like this scent. Really, I'm trying to understand who now is this mole because there's a lot of people being subtracted, but
Right.
how many
Well, we
are
know.
left, or
Well,
will they be
we know
introducing
it.
someone new for us to see?
Right. Yeah, but we can't be new. The mole can't be new because we need to know. It has to be someone actually in the group. I'm gonna say it's probably not Wally, Dick, or Calderon. Or probably or Roy. He's not even part of the team. My money would either be. I don't think it's Artemis only because the way she reacted to her to Sportsmaster and Cheshire. I think that's why I would kind of disagree because Batman and Green Arrow are kind of like what's the word?
They
They're
would have
kind.
vetted her. They would have
Yeah, but they're
realized
betting her. Yeah, like they're kind of like her sponsors.
nothing gets past Batman. I think Batman knows,
Yeah, I think it's either gonna be unless Batman is playing 4D chess and he knows she's the one who's trying to trick her and
which we
take
know he
advantage.
is, which we totally know he is.
Yeah, my money would either be Miss Martian. We don't really know. She seems like a sweet character, but we don't really know much about her. Really, I mean, except she mentioned something about brothers and sisters and how she's a fan of watching American TV and more Earth TV on Mars, but she could still be evil. And Superboy, while I don't think he'd be consciously evil, he is part of Cadmus. He
Sure,
could be have something implanted in him
maybe.
and that's what they could be my mold. Like you don't know, maybe what he sees, they see. Maybe they have some kind of like camera implanted in his brain.
Right.
With whatever he sees, and they like just fucking recording everything. I mean, freaking recording everything. Sorry, kids.
All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. That was episode 15, Humanity. Stay tuned. Coming up, episode 16. Deuce.
Bye.